So we just received some news from Nordex. Thank you, Blazing Maxim, for pinging me. I saw this at the very moment that it was tweeted. So the new people that are coming with the second batch of the coins, the third anniversary coins that you get by summoning. Now these are the batch units. I'll be talking about them and who you should buy as we go through, but I'll be honest, I knew Rock Lee would be in here because they brought the Shikamaru. How the shop is looking right now is Shikamaru, this Naruto, Yagura, Sasori, and Nagato. This batch is way worse. Like Shikamaru is the best normal banner unit you have in this game because he's the only real viable normal banner unit in PvP. Rock Lee, you could say it was, but they nerfed him. They didn't nerf him in specific, but they nerfed the critical hit damage. So, not really. And the Shikamaru, not only he's viable, he's top tier. So it's so he is the only real option you had. If you've not bought all copies that you could have bought from Shikamaru in the shop, go try to buy them. If you still are like holding your coins and you've not bought Shikamaru yet, go buy Shikamaru. He is the best option. There's no not even a comparison. But not necessarily these options are bad. So first one, let me talk first about the Obito. This Obito is a unit that got he's a normal banner unit that got a buff. He does have a somewhat decent chance of dodging, 40%. His ultimate hits pretty decently hard, but the thing is that he's one of those units that if you just pull one of him, that's good. That's it. You don't need, like, dodge is okay, critical hit is okay. Like, you don't need more copies of him. And most likely than not, you're gonna pull him like just randomly summoning for a Blazing Fast or Blazing Bash because they're normal banner units. So if you just pull one copy of him, that's it. You're good. You don't need any more. But if we're talking about a unit like Rock Lee, you kind of need those abilities because you want it. Here's the thing. This Obito, he boosts the critical hit by 3 and then 3. The thing is, the Rock Lee, he boosts so many times that if you put a 2.1, I think, or 2.25 time boost buddy skill of critical hit, he has a 100% chance of critical hitting. Rock Lee will always critical hit, so this is huge for him. And then he stacks damage reduction, so if you don't have Pang and you really want to try like complete Ninja Road by doing like a solo unit, this unit is your guy. Like, he can stack 100% damage reduction and beat Ninja Road. I was planning on doing the video for that, but it would take like 40 minutes. If you still want to see the video for that, I would do it, but be of note that he always critical hits and he can stack damage reduction. So from this batch, Rock Lee is the best one. Now, talking about Yugito, I have Yugito max duped. She's not very impressive. She has a 50% chance of resetting. Like, she has attack reduction, which is so good, but the hitbox for her normal jutsu is so terrible. It's so small. I would not really consider buying her, and that's pretty much all I can say about her. She's nothing crazy. And then we have Gara. Gara is good. Like, he's a decent unit. He has 35% damage reduction. He ignores type disadvantage. The thing is, the health ceiling is pretty bad, and the ultimate has attack weakening, which is really good. But jutsu ceiling is pretty bad, and it's single target. I mean, I'm kind of nitpicking, but like, it's like they don't provide what Rock Lee can provide. And if we're talking again about the other batch, just Shikamaru is the best PvP normal banner unit you can possibly get. And here's the thing about Shikamaru, he's a unit that you want to fully dupe. Like, let me bring up Shikamaru. Let me just make this point. I didn't fully dupe him because I couldn't buy all the copies. But Shikamaru, if you I click the same Shikamaru that was open. I'm kind of brain dead. Okay, this Shikamaru, him alone, you kind of are gonna need the first dupe, right? Because he has a 70% chance mobilizing for 3 seconds, but it goes to a 90%. Now here's the thing. he reduces chance of being immobilized by 90%, which is important because if someone else is also using Shikamaru, if you can like not get immobilized with yours, that would be good. And then also, if you can get a reset, oh god, if you can immobilize someone for 3 seconds, reset and immobilize again, that's just GG. It's so good, it's just so good. And then you compare this to Obito. You're gonna dodge a bit more. That's it. So again, Yugito, I just already said, Gaara, and then the last one is Sugetsu. Sugetsu is the worst unit of the batch. Like he himself is not bad. The other units are just slightly better. He does have a 50% chance of dip damage or attack reduction, which is nothing crazy. He has 30% chance of dodging. Actually, Yugito is the worst. Sugetsu is actually not bad. I also have him max duped, and I barely use him. But his ultimate is pretty bad. 13.6 turns 1, knocks him back, increases chance of dodging by 30% for 4 turns. I guess you can go like to 60% chance of dodging with the extra right here. There's nothing like that you're really gonna be using. Honestly, this batch right here. Okay, let's say, right? They already have Shikamaru max duped. When Shikamaru released, you had 1,000 pearls saved for the play, and then you just went ham on his banner because you really wanted to max dupe him because he's an insane unit. Maybe you need Sasori. Sasori is a good unit. Yagura is a very good unit. Like this first batch was really good. They really wanted you to invest your coins in that batch because they knew that people would be summoning for the Blazing Festivals and getting more coins than like people summoning for Blazing Bash, right? Yagura is a very good unit. He kind of replaces Final Fight Sasuke if you don't have Final Fight Sasuke. He does insane damage against skill. He's pretty much a skill counter. Again, if you don't have Final Fight Sasuke, he pretty much replaces him, as in that role. Like he's not nearly as good as Final Fight Sasuke, but in that one role of being a unit that destroys skill, being body type, he fits that. So Yagura is a really good unit. And then Sasori, I literally just made a video combining the Sasori plus Kakashi combo. If you have Kakashi, you can use the Sasori to change any unit into Bravery for 5 turns, which is huge because Kakashi, if you summon for Kakashi, right, he increases damage against Bravery. He's an insane nuker against Bravery. So if you can change their typing, if you're doing Ninja Road, maybe if you're doing, I don't know, a raid, Super Impact, if you can change them to Bravery, he's gonna be hitting super hard. And I mean, there are also advantages other than that. Maybe you have Edo Hashirama, you want to do extra damage, KCM Naruto, anything. Just switching their typing overall is really good. But here's the problem with Sasori. His dupes are unnecessary. Like, damage reduction is good. If you can switch their typing and tank is really good. But you're not really doing damage, right? Sasori's not a damaging unit. He's just a switcher. So the damage reduction is good. So if you can switch him to Bravery and then tank some hits for 65% damage reduction, that's great, amazing. But you know, he's just there to switch. You don't need the abilities, which is why I still pledge that if you've been saving for the second round, okay. But here's the one thing. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this, but I'm pretty sure there is going to be third round. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's the first one. Yeah. Is it? Step 1, collect. Isn't okay. Oh, there's only gonna be. I was so sure there was gonna be 3 rounds. Maybe I was wrong. If I'm maybe because I saw step 1. I was so sure I saw that there was going to be 3 rounds. Maybe I was incorrect, I'm sorry, maybe I was incorrect. There's only going to be 2 rounds, huh? I mean, if there are going to be 3 rounds, if you know that there's going to be 3 rounds, please correct me in the comments. But if there's only going to be 2 rounds, then at that point, just scrap whatever coins you have and buy the units that are currently in the shop, they're just better. But if you start summoning, if you're being saving for Blazing Bash, and they did this so on purpose, because they know Shikamaru is the best PvP normal banner unit. So what they did was, instead of releasing him with Blazing Bash, because Blazing Bash is where the PvP people are summoning, There it is with Blazing Festival, with units that are terrible for PvP. So you would, if you want Shikamaru, if you want copies for Shikamaru, dupes for him, you would have to summon the Blazing Fast instead of the Blazing Bash that maybe you want to summon for PvP units. So you can't double down. You can't summon for PvP units, and my dog's barking, cool. You can't summon for PvP units and buy the PvP unit. God damn it, my dog's barking a lot. I don't know why. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Again, it's a shame, but the second batch, Rock Lee is the best one. Just plan out. If you already have Rock Lee max duped, then I guess go for dupes. I was gonna say sorry. Go for dupes of Gaara. That'll be my second. God damn, my dog is really going ham. Wow. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The video's almost done. The video's almost done. But yeah, Rock Lee and then Gaara. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe.